afternoon everyone. I welcome you all to the afternoon session of doctoral students. So today chairing the session we have with us Professor Rajagopal Raman. He is a professor at the Department of Zoology, University of Delhi, and his areas of interest are gut microbiology and microbiology. Dr. Raman has done his PhD from IARI New Delhi. He was a scientist at the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. He was a staff scientist at ICGP New Delhi. He has received Scopus Young Scientist Award and was selected for the MR4 International Bioinformatics Workshop on the Malaria Vectors 2003 at Johns Hopkins University. Our other chairperson is Dr. Srijit Parameshwar Kanikar. He is Assistant Professor at the Department of Zoology, University of Kerala. His areas of interest are tropical cutaneous research, hair biology, cancer biology, Ayurveda biology, stem cell biology and developmental biology among many others. Dr. Srijit has done his PhD in 2007 from University of Kerala. He was the research associate at the Department of Dermatology, Case Western Reserve University, Ohio. He did his postdoctoral fellowship from Department of Cancer Biology, Cleveland, Ohio. He did his postdoctoral research associateship from Department of Cancer Biology from Chicago, Illinois. He has produced several documentary films on environmental related issues. He has produced a documentary series, Swasthya Veedi, for All India Radio. He is member of Society for Investigative Dermatology, North American Hair Research Society, Society for Reproductive Biology and Comparative Endocrinology. I welcome you, sir. Starting with the session, I would like to hand over the mic to the chairs. I would request all the participants to please stick to the time limit, which is 8 minutes plus 2 minutes. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. And we will start the session. And this is Doctoral Students Award session. And there has been a request from Mithilesh Kumar Limited that he has to catch a flight at the evening, so we will request him to give the presentation first. I hope everybody else is agreed to it. Okay. So, Mithilesh?
Yes.
He will be talking on targeting of tumor metabolism by pan blood inhibitor glutathione.
Persons and my dear friends, I am Mithilesh Kumar Temle, doctoral student of Professor Sukhmahendra Singh from School of Biotechnology, Banaras University. Today I am going to present my work entitled Targeting of Tumor Metabolism by Pan-blood inhibitor glutathione. As we all know, breast cancer is a devastating disease. It is a disease of concern affecting millions worldwide. Also, it is the second leading cause of death. Hence, there is a greater need for development of new anti-cancer therapeutic strategies. As neoplastic cells display altered carbohydrate metabolism, in which they show overexpression of glucose transporters and also increased glycolysis, producing lactate for their bioenergetic needs as compared to normal cells. Hence, targeting GLUT has been emerged as a new anti-cancer therapeutic strategy. In this study, we have used a newly identified pan-GLUT inhibitor, glutathione, which molecular mechanism has been not known so far. The experimental approach included in silico tools for molecular characterization of binding of glutathione to GLUT, along with in vitro and in vivo investigation for characterizing the molecular mechanism of its antineoplastic action. This is the schematic strategy for the in silico analysis. The in silico study shows that glutathione strongly binds both the prominent active site of GLUT1 and GLUT3. Also, there are various non-covalent interactions involved during docking, which are hydrogen bonding, hydrophobic interaction, ionic interaction, and van der Waals forces. They cumulatively reinforce the binding of glutathione to both GLUT1 and GLUT3. Also, the binding of glutathione with GLUT1 was stronger as analyzed by using YASARA and PASDOC docking server tool. The glutathione complex was further analyzed by molecular dynamic simulation and trajectory analysis, indicating various parameters. The dynamic simulation and trajectory analysis shows that the binding of glutathione to glutathione was thermodynamically stable throughout the study. I have also done trimeric docking, in which used glucose for docking with both GLUT1 and GLUT3, and found that involvement of various common interacting amino acid residues, which indicate glutathione could be a competitive inhibitor of glucose binding site. But further experimental approaches need for to prove the hypothesis. The key finding of the in silico study shows glutathione can stably bind to the active site of both GLUT1 and GLUT3 and also overlap with the binding site of glucose. Also, the glutathione complex was thermodynamically stable as analyzed by simulation analysis. Therefore, results suggest that glutathione may be a competitive inhibitor of glucose and could act as a potent inhibitory reaction. Next, to prove the hypothesis and validate the in silico investigation, we further analyze in vitro and in vivo investigation to check the anti-neoplastic action of glutathione, for which I have used a thymoma model designated as Danton lymphoma as a tumor model. This is the experimental procedure for in vitro experiments. In the in vitro part of this study, the result shows that tumor cells display a higher expression of both GLUT1 and GLUT3 as compared to their normal counterpart thymocytes. After that, glutathione treatment to tumor cells show dose-dependent and time-dependent inhibition of cell survival along with augmentation of the apoptotic cell death. Next, to validate the in vitro study, we have analyzed the in vivo investigation by administering glutathione to tumor-bearing mice, followed by analysis of various tumor progression, tumor load, and survival of the tumor-bearing host. The in vivo investigation shows that administration of glutathione to tumor-bearing mice retards tumor progression along with survival of the tumor-bearing host, in which male respond better compared to female, as analyzed by various parameters of tumor load and tumor progression. Next, in order to understand the tumoricidal action of glutathione in vivo and in vitro condition, we check the expression of various key metabolism and cell survival regulatory molecules, in which we have checked the expression of, as it is an inhibitor of GLUT1 and GLUT3, we check the expression of GLUT1 and GLUT3 by RT-PCR, Western blotting, and immunofluorescence staining. The result shows that glutathione treatment to tumor cells inhibited the expression of both GLUT1 and GLUT3 in RT-PCR and Western blotting, and also in immunofluorescence staining. Further, the concentration of glucose was higher in culture supernatant. This shows that glutathione treatment to tumor cells inhibited the uptake of glucose. Next, we check the expression of key metabolism and cell survival regulatory molecules, in which we found that glutathione treatment to tumor cells modulated the expression of various metabolism and cell survival regulatory molecules. Further, we check the expression of pH regulator MCT1 by treating tumor cells with glutathione, where we found that glutathione treatment to tumor cells inhibited the expression of MCT1 along with increased pH of extracellular pH and also decrease in the lactate level in culture supernatant. Hence, glutathione treatment to tumor cells could also interfere with pH homeostasis. Next, we also check glutathione treatment to tumor cells for the ROS expression and mitochondrial membrane potential by DCFDA and TMRA fluorescence staining, where we found that glutathione treatment to tumor cells increases ROS expression along with decrease in mitochondrial membrane potential, indicating their involvement in the apoptotic cell death. Glutathione was also found to chemosensitize the action of anti-cancer drug cisplatin, both in vitro and in vivo condition. Also, it shows that glutathione treatment to tumor cells inhibited the expression of MDR1. The in vitro and in vivo part of the study shows that glutathione exposure to tumor cells inhibited the expression of GLUT1, also associated cell survival and metabolism regulatory molecule, and also it alters the pH homeostasis of tumor cells, along with increase in ROS and depolarization of mitochondrial membrane potential leads to induction of apoptotic cell death. It also augments chemosensitivity of tumor cells by altering MDR1 expression. I would like to conclude the oral study. Glutathione possesses a promising potential for its anti-neoplastic action by its catastrophic effect on tumor metabolism. And we also have a long-lasting impact on using it as an anti-cancer therapeutic approach. Some part of the study has been already published and some are in press. And I have also published some research work with my seniors. These are the list of publications. Thank you.
Good. So, discussions? Anybody?
What is the effect of glutathione on normal cells and also on RBC?
We have changed the effect of glutathione on normal thymocyte cells.
Not in vivo.
No.
Like what is the effect, maybe possible effect on RBC? Because RBC directly depends on the glucose. And also like a lot of diabetic patients, they have insulin resistance.
Yeah.
If you inhibit GLUT1 and GLUT3 by this compound, they may die due to toxic effect.
No, it is glutathione is like we are using glutathione in very less concentration, and as you know that tumor cells overexpress the GLUT1 and GLUT3. So it is only targeted for tumor cells. Yes.
Nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
And you mentioned that compared to the male survivability is very high compared to the female.
Yes.
And what will be the reason for that? Because
Sir, there will be reason of some hormonal effect of the gender-specific hormone in male and female. We have also done some experiment regarding this, but I have not shown yet. I could show if you want.
you can just quickly say
Yes,
what is the
sir.
reason.
I have checked the effect of gender hormone on the expression of GLUT1. So I found that gender hormone, testosterone and estrogen both augment the expression of GLUT1. So, but the augmentary effect of estrogen, that is female specific hormone, was higher as compared to testosterone.
One question.
Yes.
You said that it is possible that this glutathione is acting as a competitive inhibitor to glutathione.
Yes. Glucose.
So how will you test that?
Sir, actually I have done in silico study where the active binding site of
I'm not bothered about you.
Okay.
Something otherwise.
otherwise I have checked another I have did one experiment in which I have given glucose and fructose to the culture medium of the tumor cells after
So
glucose.
biochemical test.
Yes, sir.
Biochemical test कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं? You can do inhibition studies.
Yes, sir. We can do. We can do. I have not done.
How will you do it?
I have not done, sir.
Now, how will you do it? To see whether a compound is an inhibitor, competitive inhibitor or non-competitive inhibitor, what will you do?
Sir, actually we can use the glucose 2DG uptake of the 2DG uptake assay,
You can express this protein.
which glucose is not killed.
Can you express it heterologously? Will it be active in solution?
No, I don't have any idea about this, sir.
And you mentioned about the inhibition of mitochondrial inhibition.
Mitochondrial membrane potential.
That is the one say you are actually used for identifying the apoptosis activity.
Yes.
That is the ideal one, or you are planning to do something like that?
Sir, I have only checked the mitochondrial membrane potential, but not direct connection of the mitochondria with the GLUT1.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.